Can you talk to me a little bit about Suge starting to grow? Because Suge and Puffy were friends, as you've talked about before. You have experience, with them interacting. But can you tell me what initially made Suge start to sour a little bit on Puffy?
I'll give y'all a rundown on things that happened. All right. Like y'all done heard in interviews, I think Puffy spoke on it before I heard an interview that Puffy said. Puffy used to work for this guy named Andre Harrell. Rest in peace, Andre Harrell. He used to be the president over at Uptown Records. He's the one that really blew up Heavy D, Jodeci, Mary J, and all of them. Puffy was like his A&R guy, which is y'all gonna learn. Most of y'all that's old enough now knows. Say, oh, Andre Harrell used to work for Puffy. Okay, yeah, I know. But calm down. So Andre Harrell is the one that gave Puffy his break. And he did the 411 album and all of that. Suge allowed Puffy to use a lot of his samples on Death Row and stuff like that on Biggie's albums and stuff that projects that Puffy like. Because I always talk about Johnny J being a sample king. Puffy's worse. Puffy will sample your stuff, or his hitman team, or his whatever he called them, they will sample the hell out of your stuff. And so when Puffy came to town, Suge used to go pick him up from, I remember a couple of times, he went and picked him up from the airport and stuff like that. And vice versa, he ain't never picked us up because Suge always had a limo. Suge was crazy with limos. I used to be like, all right, Suge, it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Let's let the limo man go get some sleep. Oh, nah, fuck that, Red. He can sleep in the car. No, Suge, let that man go home and shower up because we're going to be starting back up at 9 in the morning. But Suge, he would make that limo driver sit around 24 hours. He didn't care. If they wanted to go change, just have a car always out there. So I'm not saying Suge did that. But I'm saying had Puffy come pick him up. But we went up to Puffy's office a couple of times and met with him and they talked and had meetings. I don't know everything that was said in all the meetings. I only said in one, but they had a cool working relationship. We used to go and watch Biggie all the time perform. They worked the hell out of that album. That's one thing I give them credit for. The 1.5 million records that they sold at the time, I know it eventually sold more, but at the time they had only sold about 1.5 million, when it was hot and everything was coming out. They worked the hell out of that album, which was good. That was a new artist. Craig Mack is who we got the deal for. Craig Mack was supposed to be Puffy's first artist out. Flavors in your ear, man. But Biggie took over. He took over that spot. And so what happened was Biggie was working hard. We were supporting them, coming out there, checking them out, performing all that at the Palladium and all the different clubs around Hollywood, LA area. Suge was getting Club 662 off the ground. Pac was still in custody. The deal with Pac hadn't happened yet. Suge called Puff and said, hey, Puff, can you get Biggie to come and, I got this club I'm opening up and I want Biggie to come and perform at the club. Puff was so hot then, him and Big and them was so hot then, he probably was demanding this from other people. He said, you get the bar, I get the door. My people collect the money at the door. Suge was like, man, hey, I'm just trying to ask for a favor. I'll pay you a fee, take care of your rooms and stuff, but come on, man, we're supposed to be bigger than this. So that's your decision, you want the door? Suge said, I'm not giving you the door, And so, needless to say, it never happened. So they had a bad taste in Suge's mouth. But now, this is whatever fight that was in 95. And that fight might even got canceled, now that I think about it. But this was going to happen in like March or April of 95. And so now, the July coming around and Pac reaching out to Suge, July of 95, Pac reaching out to Suge. And Suge goes up there and Pac is up there in the prison in New York hearing all type of shit. And his mind's made up. Puff and them have something to do with this, or You the king of New York, right, Big? King of New York, you supposed to know what's going on if you the king. So find out. Give me information is what going on in Parkhead. And then niggas in prison talking, because everybody, y'all don't know if you ain't never been in jail before. Niggas in prisons know what's going down on the streets before, people on the streets before it starts circulating around there. And so Pac, um, so Pac telling Suge all of that, so Suge like, all right, I'm riding with you, I'm riding with you. So that's when the Source Awards incident come up. Suge put a poster of Pac in the cell. Paperwork hasn't been signed yet because this is August of '95. But attorneys are talking and stuff is moving. Suge and Interscope and Atlantic and they all trying to figure it out. Make it all happen. But pretty much giving him nod that it's gonna happen. And so Suge makes that speech. Puff taken. We go to the tunnel that night. Puff come over to Suge like, Suge, what? I thought we was homies. We bigger than this. Why you dissing me, Suge's like, hey, man, I don't know what he told him. Cause I'm looking at the niggas around with Puff and, look, to be honest, Big Rock told me to step back because he's about ready to do what Rock do. Bum on somebody. He told me to step back, Red, step back. So I stepped back. And so that happens. Okay, so that's August '95. So now, September or October, Pac's not home yet. Pac's not home, so it's either late September or mid-October. The incident at the Jermaine Dupri party happened. Big Jake get killed. Oh, Lord. Now, Suge's pissed. Kick Kurt Cobain dead in his ass and tell him to get out of the hospital because they up there proclaiming they had nothing to do with it. Suge knew who he got into it with at the Jermaine Dupri party. So now he's definitely blaming Puff and them for it. So this is now Pac home, right? This is October the 12th. I misspoke and said October the 22nd. October 22nd, 23rd was the day the Suge got violated. Damn, exactly 1 year later in 10 days. But October the 12th, Pac come home. Pac come home on a mission, right? So now, the end of November, guess what happens? Bad Boys, Biggie get on the radio because he mad about New York, New York. Pac took it as if he's tripping on the dog pound because I'm over here now. I'm signed with y'all, so now y'all gonna be shooting up their trailers. Biggie, you gonna get them and excite, my new label mates to get their trailer shot up? Oh, it's really on. And so we know the history from there. And that's where it all really started at with Bad Boys and Death Row. And like I said, it got taken out of context as an East Coast, West Coast war when it really was a Death Row and some people affiliate or associated on the East Coast, mainly with Bad Boys and Puff, that Pac had a problem with. But that's all it was. And plus the PDs, which industry people, executives, that's who we really blame for. And the Source magazine, they put it on the front cover of their thing, East Coast versus West. So the media hype as well. So there's a lot of people to blame for the East Coast, West Coast alleged beef.